Why should we be a disciple of Jesus Christ? In Matthew chapter 16 verses 24 and 25, Jesus talks about the path of becoming his disciple. And there he says, whoever chooses to save his own life will eventually lose it. But whoever chooses to lose his own life for me will eventually save it. What does Jesus mean by that? Jesus is saying that there are two ways to live our life. The first path is where I am the Lord of my own life. And the second path is where Jesus is the Lord of my own life. The first path is where I live for my own comforts, my own desires, my own dreams, my own agendas. Basically, it's a self-centered life, a life where I am the center of my own life and all I'm concerned about is me, my comforts, my pleasures, and everything I do in life is for myself. That's the first kind of life. It's a self-centered life. The second kind of life is a life of surrender and sacrifice, where I surrender my life to Jesus Christ because of love and trust. Because I love Jesus so much and because I trust him so much, I totally give over control of my life to God, where I surrender the ownership of my life and I give over the lordship over my life to Jesus, and I say, Jesus, you loved me so much, I trust you, I give over my life to you. You can lead me on any path and I trust that that is the best path for my life. So when we live that kind of a life, that is the life of discipleship. It's a life where I've surrendered my agendas, my dreams, my desires over to Jesus and allow him to lead me. And that's when Jesus says, whoever loses his life for me will eventually find it. Meaning, in the first part, the life of self-centeredness, there on the short term you may have enjoyments and pleasures and you may find it fun. But on the long term, you're going to be miserable, sad. You're not going to find any meaning or fulfillment or joy in life, because whenever you live a self-centered life, just fulfilling your own desires, you're never going to find true meaning. In the short term, you'll find happiness, but long term, you'll find misery and suffering. But when you follow the path of discipleship, when you live a life of surrender, a life of sacrifice, a life of service, when you live for the service of God and for the service of his people, for the service of humanity and the community around you, when you live such a life, you find true meaning and joy and fulfillment. Yes, on the short term, it'll be difficult. There'll be sacrifice, there'll be suffering. It's not going to be easy. That's why Jesus says, when you lose your life for me, you will truly find it. Meaning, the path of discipleship is where we find true life, joy, fulfillment, meaning, and purpose.